We're back.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Aisha Pratlier with Eric Jenkins, and we are off the rails coming to you from Monday morning, October 27th. For me, it's 7:01 a.m. For Eric, it's 9 a.m. This is a breakfast special. Really happy to be back. We have a lot to talk about,
A lot
and I
happened.
can't wait to get into it.
A lot went on. What do you want to start
I
with?
have a list on my phone. Well,
Okay.
let me just tell you, I wrote a list on my phone that's titled "What the hell."
Yeah.
It's in no particular order. Jewel heist, Jamaican
Yep.
hurricane, Ruth Chepng'etich texts, Operation Royal Flush, East Wing at the White House, World Treadmill Games, Iowa State cross country.
Okay. Yeah, a lot. There's a lot to let's start
Yeah,
off
there's a
with
lot. There's a lot to
there's a lot.
unpack.
I think we start off with kind of what everyone, like the big stuff everyone's been talking about, with Ruth Chepng'etich, the text. Um, Now this
You
is it
guys,
is
this is unbelievable.
it's not surprising, right? Like, of course
You're right. You're right.
everyone knew and like strongly assumed that there's doping involved. Right? I mean, she was banned, but the original ban was for a diuretic, right?
Right.
And so now these texts come out, and she's texting about steroids, about performance enhancing drugs, and a stronger ban is now taking effect.
So, right. So here's for people who aren't made aware of this, somebody tests positive or they're under suspicion, but especially with a positive test, you have to submit all of your tech basically to the AIU. Like they have free reign to go check through your phone, your computer, whatever, just to see what kind of correspondences they find. And they find a screenshot of a WhatsApp message she got from another athlete with pictures of testosterone vials, along with a message asking how testosterone works. What's crazy about this is it's not just like, oh yeah, these are texts that overlapped with when she tested positive. Like this is going way back to April 14th, 2024, before she broke the world record. There are messages from as far back as 2000, like 2022, 2023, and 2025 about working with people on quote unquote programs. We don't know what those programs are. Could have something to do with drugs. There's a photo of a vial and a box of Anavir, which I guess is another steroid. That was from
Yeah.
late April in 2024. And the this is just like a classic dog ate my homework situation. So she uh, had changed her story a few times, and she had said in July. So after AIU had said like we're charging you for this diuretic, what is it? HCTZ is the diuretic. Like we're taking charging you for the story or for this diuretic, and she's like, actually, she changes her story, and she's like, she had started not feeling great, so she took medicine from her housemaid who had had similar symptoms, and one pill turned out to be this HCTZ, which she didn't know was banned, and she had forgotten to put it on her doping form when they came to test her. Like when you get drug tested, you like write down everything you consumed basically that wasn't a food. Like I had 2 Tylenol. Like you write that down. So she said she forgot to write it down on the form. The AIU was like, this is bullshit. No way. And then they went back and looked at the AIU was like, hold on a minute. You have said that like you said that you started feeling well, like, or feeling unwell a couple weeks before, and they're like, let's actually go back and look at these earlier tests. So then they go back and look at a sample from late February, which actually had shown small amounts of this HCTZ, the diuretic, but the amount was too low to count at the time. So she gets a 4-year ban at the end of August, and then she admitted guilt. And that reduced the sentence to 3 years. And I honestly hate that. I hate it. Why, like, I
Oh, so the text
understand
and
if an
everything
athlete
came out in August?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, so it was, so right now, as it stands, her ban is 3 years.
Right now, as it stands, her ban is 3 years. Yes. So if you cooperate with the authorities and you you admit fault, you get a reduced sentence. Which I guess if you're actually like cooperating with authorities and giving names and like helping to dismantle systemic doping, well, you can't officially call Kenyan doping systemic. It looks dodgy. If you start helping to dismantle systems of doping that can implicate other people, like I understand that, like when you think about like laws, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like, oh, you get a 3-year ban, you'll be back soon.
But it's also not like she's actually, like, it wasn't, she tested positive for the diuretic, and it wasn't like she came clean about everything at that point, right? She had just said that.
Right.
So she's only admitting guilt
The
after
HCTZ. Yeah.
everything else is coming out. So it's
And
not
with
really
the
like
text
she's
messages
owning up to it.
Right. And with the text messages, she's like, oh yeah, that must have just been like, I didn't send that. Like that must have just been somebody who that was like a screenshot though that was on my phone that, like, on WhatsApp when someone else sends a photo, and if your settings are a certain way, like the photo gets saved to your camera roll.
Yeah.
Like that's what she's claiming happened. And you're like, okay, lady, come on. You lied about the taking the pills from the housemaid. Like, we know you're a fucking liar. So quit lying and stop sucking. Like, just tell the authorities what happened. Like, the World Marathon Majors has a rule that if you test positive, you can no longer compete at the World Marathon Majors. So like for all intents and purposes, yeah, she can go run the Dubai Marathon or whatever, but she's never going to be the level of stardom that she was before. She's never going to reach that zeitgeist. Just own up to it. Just come clean.
I didn't know that that was a rule that the World Majors had, where it's so as soon as you test positive, you can no longer ever compete.
You're
in a
no
World
longer
Major.
eligible to compete there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that's a good rule. Would she have been eligible?
It's a great rule.
If it just, so as soon as she tested positive for the diuretic, that goes into effect?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't test positive and run at the majors.
Yeah, that is, I like that rule. It's for like just like the getting caught with pictures and like text messages is so funny to me. Like, how dumb are you?
Yeah.
How, and you gotta love how she knows to take the diuretic, but she's sending messages of like just a picture of testosterone, and she's like, how's this work?
Is this gonna make me feel good?
I'm like, you clearly got a system in place. It like, yeah, it's, no one's surprised by it, right? Like nobody's like, oh my, like, because when you're taking the diuretic, you test positive for taking the diuretic. You're taking that diuretic for a reason, right? To get something out of your system. So it's not like people see this and are mind blown by it. But I think it's more just confirmation with what everybody was thinking. And it also, I was just thinking about when she did run 209, and everybody is saying like, this is crazy. This seems too good to be true. And they're questioning her about it. questioning Kenyan athletics about it, and they're kind of firing back with like, "How dare you?
Right.
You you know you should not be asking her these questions. She's done nothing wrong. It looks bad on you guys for asking this." And now all of it comes out, and it's like, yeah,
Well,
I
yeah, no
mean,
shit.
no shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised that by any of this necessarily. I'm surprised by the stupidity because there are as much as you and I try to not think this way, there are people in the sport that dope, and there are people in the sport that dope and get away with it and never get caught, never test positive, never are implicated. And it's usually the people that are slippery, that have a lot of resources behind them, that are, winning these incredible races. Like, yes, people get caught, but there's a lot of people who don't. And there's a lot of people who do incredible things and don't get caught in the moment. Like, lest we forget, her world record still stands because she didn't get caught before the world record. So you can do some incredible stuff and
That's going to
not
stand. That's going to stand.
that's going to stand. And this is something that
That
I
sucks.
don't love, and something that, like, I want to propose of like, how do we make rules around this? Like, how can someone be eligible to hold a world record if they had a positive drug test? Like, just in the sense of like the integrity of our sport, of like, how is that, like, oh, who's the world record holder for the marathon? Oh, Ruth Chepng'etich. Oh, she's banned for drugs. Like, that just to me is such a stain on the sport. I don't love it. I wish there was
Oh no.
something they could do. And they AIU went back and retested some samples. I'm sure they're retesting more samples. That's just kind of their investigations go deep. I'm sure if they were to get more intelligence, that I'm sure they're working on it. But it is like, I'm surprised by the stupidity because you basically got away with it. You almost got away with it, right? Like, you broke the world record. You had the country of officials in Kenya coming to your defense, and then you did it. Like, you tested positive after you did this big thing. Normally there's sophistication in these doping programs and regimes to make athletes not get popped. And so I'm surprised that this is such a sloppy operation.
Yeah, like when was the last time a world record holder tested positive?
Let's look.
Because you don't. It is like to your point, people at the top usually have programs in place. You would think that there would be. You think whoever is their agent, Rosa?
Yeah.
You think Rosa would say, "Hey, you test positive for the diuretic. Let's wipe that phone. let's start backtracking and start cleaning some shit up so that this is the last thing that happens and that nothing else comes out." And the investigating officers just take her phone, and she's just got she
Pictures
basically
of
she made it
drugs.
she left it she left it wasn't just like a small bread crumb trail, right? It was just loaves of bread at each pit.
Yeah. Like, here, Santa, I know you're hungry. Here's a plate of cookies.
It's just like pictures of drugs and like
Yeah.
how to use them and things like that. You would just think that there would be some more
Yeah.
steps in place to cover the tracks.
Okay, here's another one. Ronix Kipruto. In 2023, he's the 10K road world record holder, 26:24 in Valencia,
Yeah.
set in 2020, and he got popped in May of 2023 for irregularities in the athlete biological passport, which, for those listening that aren't so deep in the weeds in this, the ABP, athlete biological passport, is essentially a statistical analysis of your blood work over time. So if you are taking EPO or doing whatever, I don't even know all the drugs that can influence this, there are certain markers within your blood chem that can throw off what's called the off score, which essentially means that your blood doesn't look like it should. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it has looked normally. This is an outlier, and then they do further investigation about that. So long and short, Ronex and Ruth. Another thing that is really troubling me about this whole situation is I've seen some backlash from people on the internet that comment or DM or go after elite athletes who were, contemporaries, peers of Ruth, going after athletes who say, like, F this, like, she should have a longer ban, like, lifetime ban, like, this sucks. Like, you made a choice, you took performance enhancing drugs and subverted the system. You shouldn't be able to compete. And I don't understand why people come to the defense of athletes who have tested positive for whatever, admitted to it. I mean, even admitted or not, like, in other jobs, you do something wrong, you don't do that job anymore. Like, you can get disbarred from being a lawyer. You can get your medical license revoked. Like, there are consequences for bad actions. And that's okay. Like, sport is a privilege. There are other jobs. Sport has rules. You have to abide by the rules. If you want to play, you have to abide by the rules. This sport is not a charity. And you can't. I get really pissed off when people in the world come at pro athletes who are saying this is bad, because it is bad. It is bad. And not everybody in the sport takes drugs. And when something like this comes out, when you see these text messages where you're like, literally, F this. This is such a joke. Why is she coming back in 3 years? Even if she can't be at the world major, she can do other stuff. Like, she shouldn't be able to be in the sport. And I don't understand how you can look at this and be like, oh, don't be so hard on her. Like, people make mistakes. It's like, this isn't a mistake. This is intent. This is, I am choosing to break the rules. I'm so selfish that, like, my performance is more important than everyone else in the world. Like, that, it just is, it's, to me, BS.
Yeah, I mean, we also have to keep in mind there's a lot of genuinely stupid people out there in the world.
I forget that. I really do.
Yeah, you've got to remember that. It's crazy to me that there has to be a new rule put in place soon about taking these records away after a certain, like, because that 209 time she run for the marathon, that world record, now it's so outlandish. And it's not fair to the athletes who are doing it clean and, like, shooting for these records. And then Ruth Chepng'etich comes along, runs 209, tests positive, banned for 3 years, and she still gets to keep that world record. It's crazy to me that there aren't rules in place to take away these records. Especially, it's like, okay, it wasn't like she raced that last year. That's a new world record. She tests positive, like, very soon after it. I guess I could understand if it was, like, years and years later, but where she tests positive or something, and you're like, yeah, you can't necessarily take that away. But when it's this soon after, there should be something in place to be like, okay, yeah, the world record doesn't stand.
Yeah. Especially when it's so much of an outlier. So the second fastest time ever run by a woman is 2:11:53. That was run by Tigges Stefa at the 2023 Berlin Marathon. So 2 full minutes faster. 2:09:56 is the world record. Like, that is, as exactly to your point, that is an impossible jump.
209. That her agents and the people that are around her who, like, kind of know what's going on are watching her run 209, and they're like, fuck. I wish she ran, 210 high at the very fastest, 211 low. Because it's like 209, when you take this much time off,
that will come under speculation.
Exactly. The microscope, like, the microscope's on you when you break a record like the marathon, which is like the most sought after, one of the most sought after world records, because the public knows it. The public runs the marathon. The most money is in the marathon. And so you break a record like that by that much, all eyes are on you, and the questions come in, and she couldn't answer the questions, right? Because she was doping. So it's a ugly mark. I'm glad, it's great that it's all coming out, right? It's awesome that it's all coming out. And the unfortunate thing is, like, the people who are cheating tend to be a step or two ahead of the drug testing. That's just how it works, right? Like, the new drug testing methods come out, they figure out how to beat it, or there's new designer drugs that are coming out that have a very tiny percent, like molecule difference. They do that. So it's tend to be the dopers are a step ahead. It's great that this came to light, but it's obviously in hindsight, you're like, oh, I wish it came out earlier, but that's how it goes.
It's how it goes. It's in the light now.
I see things like that, and like the people that are doping that are still out there, does that give them caution? At the very least, they're deleting their texts. They're deleting those pictures of vials. But if I see that, and I go like, does that sway
give
people's
someone pause?
Exactly. Does that give someone pause? I also see that. I also see it. And then the Ruth Chepng'etich stuff comes out. Now, I'm not saying there's any correlation, right? But then about 6 people scratched from New York City Marathon. Now, is that related? Are any of those athletes, do they have Rosa ties? It's like maybe a bit conspiratorial, but but you got to think about it. Like you talked about the Iowa State cross country team. What the fuck is going on?
This is on my what the hell list.
What is going on?
I don't know. So we don't know. All we know is that there's rumors. What we know is that some of the athletes from the Iowa State cross country team are off the team. Our actual journalist, Chris Chavez, is on the case and has reached out to Iowa State for comment to get the facts. And us two idiots over here are like, this is nuts. We're reading the threads. We're like, whoa. There's a rumor that some like hardcore drug use was happening, and somebody like ratted out. Somebody got caught somehow and ratted out the rest of the team. It's crazy. Yeah. So all we know is that the coach has said that some of the athletes are out for the season. That's all we know.
There you are.
Hi.
I was so too many tabs.
Too many tabs. I gotta get a new computer. It's gone too far. I have too many tabs going, and I got too much stuff going on. I have too many things open, and I gotta come up to the. We gotta lock in, and it's really my computer. It feels a little bit like my computer is not awake yet. It needs some Beekeeper coffee complete with Tracktown honey that I'm drinking right now to start my day. My computer clearly doesn't have this power. It's not using code CITIUS 25 at checkout to get everything that it needs in every flavor you could imagine, like horchata, vanilla, whatever you like, they got it.
Okay, so so you snagged the ad read from me again right after you had completely left me high and dry up here.
Look,
but you got it. Nice shot. Beekeeper coffee, one of our favorites. I happen to be a caramel guy, but yeah, we both have our nice Beekeeper mugs. Shout out Beekeeper for supporting the pod. We love you.
We love you.
And yeah, CITIUS 25 at checkout.
Beekeepercoffee.com or Amazon.
Beekeepercoffee.com, Amazon, where
you know the drill.
You know the fucking deal. But yeah, I was just talking about the doping in college with it's seems to. I mean, I don't know if it seems to be right. The Parvish Khan tested positive a few
right?
years ago. If whatever happens with this Iowa State thing, if this shakes out and is actually turns out to be like the rumors are, a doping scandal, seems to be getting more prevalent, at least on the distance side.
I mean, I didn't even know doping was, I was naive, but I didn't know doping was a thing at all when I was in college. And even my first summer as a professional, like I heard people talking, like, talking about rumors of someone doping, and this blew my mind. Like, I feel like this is a newer thing. Like, when you were in college, did you think people were doping?
I mean, I knew of doping. I didn't necessarily think people were doping, or never crossed my mind at all on the start line. I Were people doping? I'm sure. Um, it's naive to think nobody is, but again, like we've talked about time and time again, if you're constantly thinking about doping, you're really only hurting
Right.
yourself. If I'm midway through a race and thinking that the persons or people besides me are doping, what's that going to do for my mental state? But yeah, I'm sure people were. I mean, people have always been doping, right? But I think now, I mean, either more people are doping or more people are just getting caught. But and also, we probably should put a disclaimer that no one's been at
No,
we're
this is
going off a
all
lot of internet
hearsay. This is
rumors.
all hearsay. But I don't think it's wrong to bring it up. I don't think it's wrong to say, like, this is what's happening
No.
in the running uh space. This is the conversation. It's also, this has to be, if this team has been doping, think about what's on the line, right? Like, now college athletes are professionals. So there's money on the line, and it's not just scholarship. It makes sense that doping is now invited into the conversation at a greater rate. Like, it's yeah, it's kind of like a no-brainer that we're in this position, because with money comes greed, comes nefarious stuff. It's just, it's not that surprising.
No, so it will be interesting to see how all this shakes out, how this affects the rest of the cross country season, the ripples that come from this. But yeah, I mean, this is the number one cross country program getting rocked with a doping scandal, like right before the championship
It's
season.
wild.
It's wild. It's I mean, I've never, even like the other collegiate doping stuff, and there's not much to draw from, right? There's not like a long history of collegiates getting
Right.
popped. And that it never like a team thing, right? I mean, there'll be one-off individuals, but if the rumors do turn out to be true with the not like multiple people,
That's a bad look.
I mean, this guy gets caught and he's throwing the whole team under the bus, right? He goes, if I'm going down, you're all
Which
going down
honestly, I
with me.
love to see it.
Yeah. His dirty teammates are probably thinking, fuck. And they're like, you had the vials of EPO
What is
out.
wrong with
The
you?
one thing you shouldn't have out. How fucking dumb can you be, man? But yeah, to have a team-wide thing is pretty wild. Really nuts.
It is. We've never seen anything like this before, and not that I can remember.
No. I mean, there's so much, even just to pivot outside. There's a lot of cheating going on in the sports world. Have you been
Operation
keeping
Royal
up
Flush
with the NBA? Oh my god.
Okay, so I just saw that I think it was like KG is now implicated to have been part of the game. So I think you can do a better job at explaining
No.
what happened.
Well, so I think there's two different situations going on. And I'm not sure if they're both interconnected in some sort of way. But what we're talking about is in the NBA world, a pretty prominent player, Terry Rozier, was just implicated for and arrested for kind of throwing games, so to speak. Playing bad, where people would bet on
I was
his
talking
under,
about
bet on
something
his
else.
performance.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Oh,
I'm
are you
talking about the
talking? Wait, are
poker
you talking
games.
about the
No,
Louvre?
I'm talking about the
Oh,
Chauncey
no.
Billups
Okay.
poker situation.
Yeah, so that's the other NBA thing that is not sure if so Chauncey Billups was arrested the same day as
Oh
Terry
my
Rozier.
God.
Now Chauncey Billups is the Portland Trailblazers head coach. He was arrested for hosting, I
Yes.
believe, right? Hosting these high profile celebrity type poker games and cheating and rigging the games. It was a pretty high tech thing they had going on. Like they had mirrors and cameras underneath the table. They had it was pretty James Bond-esque stuff. They're wearing like glasses that can read through the cards. I don't know. There's crazy shit going on. And they were basically robbing lots of people out of a lot of money.
In poker games. It's so sick.
In poker games. But it is honestly, now of the two things, right? Because so that happened, but then the Terry Rozier who was also arrested. He's an actual current active NBA player who was arrested for basically throwing the games, getting lots of people were betting on his performances and bad. Now the card games.
I think it's kind of fun.
Are
we got poker chip trays.
Tell it to the people losing millions of dollars.
Cards with the hidden camera, special contact lenses that can read pre-marked cards, an X-ray table that can read cards facing down. You know, these guys are just happy to be playing poker with the NBA players. Like, I think that they're fine. I think they're fine. They got a little fleeced, but the integrity of the game is something I really care about.
I like it. I like that. I actually like how you're basically 100% on Chauncey Billups' side. Yeah. No, I think it's way less of a story than the actual NBA
that's
stuff.
Crazy.
Because I think nothing like if Terry Rozier is getting caught in doing this, there's probably a lot of other, and we do know like there are players that were suspected of this type of stuff and have been suspended from it. But we just don't know how deep this stuff goes and how like the level. I mean, you got like the mob involved in this NBA stuff and like coming to these players and saying, hey, we got a lot of money for you if you decide to, have a bad performance today. There's so much really going on, and it's really crazy. And it like makes you it's kind of like the thing about track where you're like, well, you can't like it's like in the NBA, like you can have officials that come in and can change the game, right? Calling fouls. They have such a big part of it. And in the past, officials have gotten in trouble for throwing games and betting on it and doing all that sort of stuff. And in track, it's like, that's a good thing about track, right? You can't really do that. Unless one of the officials had a lot of money on Hawker not winning the 1500.
You know, I was thinking about this yesterday.
Tokyo.
I was just sitting there staring off into space. How freaking sweet is it that Cole Hawker is a world champion in the 5K?
So sick.
So sick. Those are my intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, you're like trying to get to bed and you're like, he fucking did it. He did it. But yeah, the NBA stuff, it really is it's pretty wild. And I think with time you'll see like a lot more stuff that'll come out. The NBA is are you an NBA girl?
That's probably my favorite sport to watch in person.
In person, yeah. NBA, yeah. Yeah, like going to a basketball game is always
so fun. Big Bulls in the 90s gal. But you know,
of course,
as you are when you live in Illinois and you're a child. Big Space Jam girl. But yeah, I'll watch the Nugs, I'll watch the Bucks. I'm into it. I'm not deep into it, but if
Um,
I'll find myself making some bets to get into it.
we should start a poker. We should start a high stakes poker club.
Yeah. Hey, Chauncey, can we get a hold of those X-ray tables, please?
Can you imagine? You're you're reading. You got fleeced for a lot of money, and now you see Chauncey Billups was wearing X-ray glasses and fucking had a see-through table, all this type of stuff, and you go, I
fucking knew it. Yeah,
I knew it.
It seemed too good to be true.
He's like, I knew it. A lot of stuff. Because ultimately when track and field comes into the betting world, and this is another, because mainstream sports have partnered up with these betting platforms, and they're like the main sponsor. And a lot of people have been a bit against it. Well, as we know, you, I could see you smirking. You go, right? Right. You like wearing like a FanDuel shirt.
Oh yeah, let me take this FanDuel shirt off.
Yeah. Because in Tokyo we were joking around that we were employed by FanDuel.
And you all are welcome for making money on George Beamish.
Yeah. But it's like the side effect of getting into bed with these partners, and you're pushing gambling so heavily, is that you're gonna have the side effect be, you're gonna have some nefarious activities, and there's gonna be the integrity of the games, all these games, being compromised. It's like, how do you separate the two? And I don't know if you can, but it does seem, because it does change. It changes so much of it when there's this much money at stake with these games. And what's crazy is, people are talking about, it's like, oh, Terry Rozier is getting paid, $30 million a year, and he's still doing this.
Like, how much is enough?
When he knows how much is enough, right? But it's I don't know. It's tough to say, like, who knows what's actually going on. Obviously, gambling addiction is a thing. I don't know. You can't say like that's what's going on, but there's just, if you're going to get in bed with partners like DraftKings and all these other, I'm like, not FanDuel, because we're at FanDuel and I got to clock into my 9 to 5 after this with FanDuel, so not them. But
you do
it's a side effect that's
you
nasty.
Open yourself up.
You open yourselves up to these type of things.
So what I'm hearing is we should keep track poor.
I'm not saying keep track poor. Don't
get it twisted.
But we do. But I mean, it is something that, because I've been a proponent of like making it like. I've been a pretty big proponent of getting gambling into track and field. It does make it a bit more fun.
Kind of like the perfect,
it makes it more exciting,
black and white sport to gamble on. It's like people love gambling on horse racing. Duh.
But then there's less prop. If you like with the World Championships, and when you've been able to bet on track, there's not a lot of prop bets. Like, there's not a lot of for example, like I could bet on Terry Rozier getting 5 points in the game when he usually gets 20 points. If there was an option where it's like, I think that Cole Hawker is going to come, is going to come outside the top 5 in the 1500, because you can't do that. Like, it's just like to win or to medal, which is incredibly hard. If there was the option of, hey, like somebody's going to come in last place, you could put money on that, and then that person could end up just throwing the race.
It's like, oh, I'm not going to medal anyway. I'll just go ahead and get last. Yeah,
exactly.
Speaking of more theft,
and it's like,
I've been obsessed with the Louvre heist.
The Louvre heist is very fun. Now, how you feel about Chauncey Billups and the poker, I think I feel about the Louvre heist. I really enjoy the Louvre heist. I'm like, it's good to see people stealing valuable jewels again.
Yeah, we haven't had something this delightfully bad. Like, it's usually just like real shitty bad. Like, this is they arrested 2 suspects, but
So they did get
they
him.
arrested one in the airport, I think flying to Algeria. It was like two people in their 30s. And I'm not sure the state of if what they know about the jewels, where the jewels are, but I know two people have been arrested, and this has just been it. I don't know. It was just like such a delight, almost like.
So let me just get the story straight again. So it's they stole a few $100 million worth of valuable
$102 million
jewels.
worth of jewels, of French crown jewels, of which there aren't very many of because of the revolution.
I would
Yeah.
assume not. Yeah.
So they, in broad daylight at 9:30, drive the blue stair car to the Louvre. Essentially, they drive a truck. I mean, it's genius. It's like something you'd watch on a whodunit show. They drive up in this truck with some ladders. They've got their sort of neon yellow high vis vests on, as if they were just doing work at the Louvre. Like, no biggie. 9:30, such a civilized time for a robbery. Just
Yeah, no one steals jewels at 9:30 in the morning. Thinks
yeah.
the Louvre.
Yeah, they like woke up, they had a cappuccino, they maybe had, some baguette. They go to the Louvre, they go in through the window, steal the jewels, and leave. And it wasn't even like
Simple.
that. It's simple.
Simple.
It wasn't even like that fast of a theft. Like the theft pundits are like, oh wow, they didn't even really do that great of a job. They just like got away with it.
No, the the thieves actually went and like moseyed around,
Yeah.
went and saw the Mona Lisa. They're like,
Yeah.
I gotta check this out. They did a tour. They went to go see the Egypt wing. They were like, this is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning, and I just don't know when I'll be back in here. So I gotta see it for what it's worth. Pocket full of jewels, pocket full of $102 million worth of French jewels, taking pictures of the Mona Lisa in a throng of people. Very fun. I love this is fun.
This is fun. We needed this. We needed a crime. We needed a crime that was less
got hurt.
about hurting people.
No one got hurt. It's look, if you're not, as a lot of people say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. As the Iowa State cross country team would say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So it's like, you got hats off to the Louvre thieves. You look, you gave it a good, honest
you did your
effort.
best.
They were on the run for a little bit. So they made it about what, 5 days?
Quite a few days.
When did this? Yeah.
I'm afraid to open more tabs on my computer, so I'm going on my phone. Yeah.
Okay.
How long were the Louvre thieves on the run?
Yeah.
1 week.
Good.
1 week. Yeah.
1 week.
And so, and week. This is what I was searching for in my brain. How long it took? They took 7 minutes to steal the jewels. That's like enough time to run a 3K. Like, they took their time.
Yeah. I'm sure that like people were there. The Louvre's a pretty high traffic area. People were in the Louvre watching them do it, and they're like, well, they're workers. Like
So
yes, they did. Yes, they did come. Yes, they did saw down part of the wall and get in through this way, but they know what they're doing.
So what's interesting is that the security guards in the Louvre, if there is any threat of someone getting hurt, their job is to protect the people and themselves. It is not to protect the art. So there was an indication that people could have gotten hurt. So they just pretty much robbed unchallenged, because I don't know, that's pretty civilized. Like, I guess we'll protect people. And they just got the people out that were in the area.
Oh, so they did. So the security knew that this was
Right.
going on. And they said, "Hey, let's just give them their space."
We don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Just, you know what? Take your time. Do your thing.
Yeah, like let's keep
Yeah.
them happy. Let them get what they want. And as long as they stay away from the Mona Lisa, then we have to do something. But like, let them take that, and then you guys just get out of the
Yeah.
room, basically. Okay, that's good to know for when the next time we're in Paris, and I'm like, I got a burning desire to get $102 million worth of invaluable jewels. Also, it's like, how do you
You're not
unload
going
that?
to. Yeah, I was listening to this whole long thing on
Like, bring to a pawn
NPR
shop?
about it, of like, they were speculating a few things that could be done. Obviously, you have to break all of the jewelry down. Like, those pieces are, everybody is going to know what that is. Like, you can't sell that at an auction. So they can break them down into chunks. And when they go to do this, it's not like they're not going to get half of the 102 million, but they're going to get more money than they had to begin with. But some of the stones were so large and recognizable that they'd have to like redo the stones, like break one diamond into two. Like, this was going to take some time to recoup the millions out of these jewels.
I wonder if they're in the. So were the jewels recovered untouched and in good condition, or had the thieves already taken a couple hammers to them?
Well, let's see. I don't even know if they have the jewels. Are the jewels from the
They don't have the fucking jewels.
Louvre recovered? Let me tell you, it's hard to spell Louvre when you're typing really quickly.
Yeah. There's an R in there in
Yeah.
a place you don't think it.
Okay,
could
so
be.
here's what's been recovered. The crown has been recovered but damaged, and one other bejeweled item
Great.
has been quietly recovered. Okay, 8 items, including tiaras and necklaces, are still missing. Yeah,
8 items. Oh
and
wow.
the jewels are all added to Interpol's database of stolen works of art, so they hopefully can be tracked down. Some people believe that what's lost will not be recovered. I'm looking. Stuff looks pretty nice. I'm a sapphire girl, and I'm seeing a lot of sapphires here.
You get it.
I get
You
it.
know why they
I
took
get
it.
it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. It was gorgeous. Yeah, really fun stuff. Hats off. So hats off to the thieves. Good try. You live and you learn, and on to the next one.
And on to the next one. Now I'm going back to my list of what the hell. So we've got the East Wing of the White House is demolished.
I did see there was a lot of renovations being done. I didn't see the blueprint. I don't know what
the East Wing of the White House is demolished. Gone.
I did
on
see
the
Trump.
ground.
Trump's like, this looks like shit, and we should redo it. He's like, this is just old. This is old as fuck.
I just want to know when someone's going to say no. It's like, I'm a very patient gal until you push me too far, and then I turn into a new person. And then it's such a hard no. I snap. Who hasn't snapped yet? Who hasn't said enough?
Uh-oh.
You're in timeout.
Uh-oh. She's frozen. There we go. I didn't even know you were allowed to just bulldoze the White House.
If you have a historic home in a town, you can't do anything to it.
Yeah, like, it's crazy to just see like a like heavy machinery just wiping out the White House. You're like, I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Why isn't there someone saying no?
Do we know what his plans are with it?
Well, isn't he doing that dumbass? I'm sorry. Isn't he creating a ballroom?
Oh, I didn't know. I see. Look, I don't know what his intentions with the new building are going to look. He's doing a ball, so he wants to host balls.
Yeah,
and
yeah. He's
dances?
doing a $250 million ballroom addition to the White House.
That sounds. It
sounds oligarchy. Yeah. Interesting stuff happening over there. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I can't get too deep into it. Because
I'm actually shocked it's a ballroom. That's what
yeah,
he wants to do.
yeah, I'm shocked.
He's
Yeah,
doing a
it's like
ballroom.
we have the ballroom, and we also have like MMA on the lawn.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's about to. Well, look, he's got to get prepared for the UFC event coming up this summer. It's gonna be it's gonna be huge, and so maybe he wants the fighters
Then have a
to,
nice meal after.
there's gonna be yes, we'll have an after party, as all great sporting events do. We have an after party, and we have quite literally a ball. So it's no, I would assume he wants it done come UFC event. But I'm assuming you also don't know quite the exact date of the timeline and what the itinerary.
We
for
have
this
no
project
itinerary
looks
other than we're gonna have a $250 million ballroom, but
like. $250
people can't
million.
have
That can't
like SNAP benefits. So I'm a little confused.
250 million, like this ballroom. How could is it just going to be pure
Probably.
gold? Probably. I bet. We're gonna see some tiaras and stolen goods from the Louvre in there. I bet.
Probably. He probably hired those guys. He's like, hey, you know what?
He's like, what would look great in this ballroom?
Lisa.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I need it. I need it. Yeah, that's crazy things going
really
on
crazy
right
things
now.
going on. And
really crazy.
The Jamaican marathoners need to start preparing for Hurricane Melissa.
Okay, so I'm unaware of Hurricane Melissa.
Yeah, there's a Cat 4 hurricane with 150-mile-an-hour winds heading directly to Jamaica. Yes,
really?
It's not good. Yes, it's not
good at all.
They said if you can evacuate. Country's doing a good job telling everyone how to prepare, but yeah.
Evacuate, but where do they evacuate? Where? It's a small island. Where they're just going to get on their boat?
On any plane, get to safety if you can. But yeah, so really thinking about everybody. Hope everybody's safe. Been communicating with my family that's there to make sure that they've got food, they've got water, they have ways to charge their phones. It's very scary. So really thinking about everybody.
Yeah, it is scary. When is Melissa supposed to touch down on the island?
Heading there today.
Today.
It's been on its way.
On a Monday.
Yeah, God.
Classic.
It's expected. Okay, now it's a Cat 5. It intensifies to a Cat 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is the cat range? 0 to what? Is it like 5?
This is good. Category.
I'm like, is it this? Yeah, I'm like, is it similar to the Richter scale?
Hurricanes. Okay, Category 5 is the worst. It's a scale of 1 to 5, and it's all about wind speed. Is the delineator. So 74 to 95 mile an hour is 1. Under so then 96 to 110, 110 to 129, over 156 miles an hour is a Category 5.
So it's today. It's about to go down in Jamaica.
Yeah, it is starting Monday. Supposed to like the surge, like ahead of the storm is a big surge. So that hits today, and then the worst of it is supposed to hit early Tuesday morning. So everyone is bracing themselves today for Melissa.
The hurricane. I love how all the hurricane names are female. They're like, aren't they? Are they all female names?
Well, I don't know if they're all female names. I'm thinking like the other hurricane, Beryl. Are hurricanes female names?
There's a. Like they're like ships.
I know it's alphabetical.
There was a hurricane named Beryl.
Yeah. Okay, they're not all female names.
Okay,
It was,
that was
but
just
you're
a
not,
recency bias.
but you're not wrong. There was a time when it was all female names, but now they have shifted to gender neutral names. There's alternating names.
Yeah, the men were like, I want to be a hurricane.
Where's Hurricane Eric?
That's not fair. There should be boys hurricanes too. We like hurricanes.
Yeah, so it's alphabetical. That's what I know.
And are they? So is the next? So let's see.
A B C D E F. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's got to be a boy named N next. There better be Hurricane Nate on the horizon.
Nate Nelson. I can't think of any other names.
Yeah. So my brother's name is. I got a younger brother named Nathaniel. We call him Nat.
Nat. Hurricane Nat.
Hurricane Nat on the horizon. What else?
I have one other thing on my list.
Aisha?
I have
what else
one
on
other
your
thing
list?
on my list, and it is World Treadmill Games.
Oh, I had just seen this on social media. What are you
here's
thinking?
what I'm thinking. This should not be under the World Athletics umbrella. So they're going to host this.
Oh, wow.
I'm not loving it.
Oh, you hate it.
I hate it.
You hate it.
I hate
it.
Oh
my God.
Well, so I don't hate that it is existing.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like I'm thinking of like Zwift.
Yeah.
Like there's in cycling there's always this like big race that happens on Zwift, which is like a virtual platform. And then you can like discover top talent from there that can like go on to race professionally in cycling. And I don't hate that. I think that's fun. And this is sort of like it's kind of the same what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of the same premise. Yeah, thank you. It's kind of the same premise. Thank you.
You're close.
Like, I need a little bit more beekeeper. That it's you can get like a wild card bid somehow to the World Road Championships, the World Road Running Championships. So I don't hate this idea. I just don't know why it's World Athletics that is involved. That's my issue with it. That's
your thing.
What do you think?
I think I actually I didn't necessarily think about I'm also not as tied into World Athletics as you are. So I didn't necessarily think about the World Athletics umbrella aspect of it. I think it's really cool. I think there's a lot of potential. And it's something different, something fun. I don't know like what it would be like as far as viewership, like
because you gotta think
people are
it's
gonna want to
not
see
that
people
exciting to
running
watch.
on the treadmill.
Like you don't have the context of moving across the ground. Like you don't have. You can't understand the speed someone's running on a treadmill. Like some people running on a treadmill, they look like they're flying and they're running 11-minute pace. Like you don't really know how fast someone's going.
No, I don't know if this would be, I don't know if it would be a fun thing to be at home watching, but I could see it being, if you do it right, you get a fun atmosphere like in the actual area of these treadmills. I'm picturing it kind of like cockfighting in Mexico, where it's just like genuinely like people are it's sweaty. It's a lot of like people are yelling. People are yelling at the runners on the treadmills. Again, there's money being passed. There's money and cash being passed back and forth. Like a real hectic environment inside the actual type of like that could be. I think that is fun, and it's also it's something different. And I depending on how they roll it out and how it looks, we'll see. When is it going to take place? 2026. Also, like, who's gonna do it?
I don't know. Maybe Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He's on the treadmill a lot.
Jakob, it would be tough. I'm like, so it's just like a 10K on a treadmill. He's gonna be tough to beat. I'll tell you that.
It's gonna be real tough to beat.
To throw his hat into
so
the ring.
It's a Technogym and World Athletics present Run X, the first World Treadmill Championship. The first indoor virtual running competition is set to connect professional athletes and enthusiasts in the fitness and sports centers around the world.
So how is that?
It's a
How does that
5K
connect?
competition. To shape this is the I'm reading the presser.
Like this is
I'm
all
reading
we
the
got.
presser.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking
Yeah. You
5K
don't want to read the whole
competition
thing.
set to shake up the concept of running, breaking geographical barriers, and making global athletics championships accessible worldwide. That's what we got.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
They have $100,000 prize
interesting to
pool
see.
somewhere. I think this is like an ongoing. So it's like an ongoing competition throughout the
$100,000.
world, and fitness clubs can essentially like subscribe into this competition, and they have these like certify how fast people are running 5Ks on their treadmills, and the top 10 fastest male and females then get to race in a new format for $100,000 prize pool, and some wild cards will be presented to these athletes for the World Road Running Championships. You're fast on a treadmill. Are you fast on the road? We got to see.
That's it. I like the aspect of opening it up where it's like, look, it's a pub. So treadmills are all over the place, right? Everyone's got not everyone's got a treadmill, but everyone kind of has access to a treadmill. I like that idea of, but it's like if you're gonna $100,000 prize pool, it's a lot of money. You're just gonna have pros out there running time trials on treadmills. You're gonna have these. You're gonna have. I'm like, is Ronix Kipruto back in the mix? I'm like, he's like, I can't race on the roads, but I can. Yeah. Can I race on the treadmills? Yeah, I think it'll be kind of fun. I could be dead wrong. Might suck.
It remains to be seen. That concludes my list of what the hell.
Now, I think this is a great spot, speaking of the World Treadmill Championships, to talk about our next sponsor, the Wahoo Kicker Run Treadmill.
Yes,
Aisha.
Eric.
I think they would do. I think that they should put their name in the hat for the treadmills to be used in this event, because now as we know, as we've talked about before, they have dynamic pacing, right? You set the rules on this treadmill. There's not a lot of buttons. The pace, it follows you. Okay. You're going to want to go to wahoofitness.com. Check it out. Code CITIUS, CITIUS at checkout. And you'll get a $300 fan for free.
For free?
For free, guys. Yeah, actually for free. So the fan, it's a really good question, Aisha. It's called the headwind fan. So it changes the speed and the intensity of the fan depending on the pace you're going.
It's so smart.
It's so smart. It's very cool. Chauncey Billups would love this fan. Very high tech.
Very high tech.
Very savvy. Very high tech. So yeah, wahoofitness.com.
What's our code?
Code CITIUS. Code CITIUS. So check it out. You haven't run on one of these yet, right?
I probably will this weekend in New York.
I was about to say, this weekend in New York, you'll have to get on one and see what it's all about.
I will. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you started prepping? Have you started? What day do you get into New York?
Night. Yeah.
Wednesday,
when do you get it to New York?
I think Thursday. Thursday early afternoon.
Great. I'm so excited.
Yeah. No, New York is always a blast.
We have a lot going on.
So yeah, what is our weekend in New York?
I'm pulling it up. So we have an itinerary. This is the first of its kind. I couldn't have been more absolutely torqued to receive a PDF of an itinerary. This is just, I love an itinerary.
It is nice to have an itinerary.
I love it. And then, I can decide how to go about my day at the times in between. I can communicate to people. I mean, it is just, we are
I agree.
We are entering a new era of professionalism, and it is blowing my mind,
Yeah.
and I'm really stoked about it. So we have some of the guys are doing some stuff before we get there, but on Thursday we are doing some sort of like run into a concert.
Wait,
On
on Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday night from 6 to 9:30. We're doing a 5K that ends with a concert in Central Park West.
Okay, so I guess I didn't thoroughly read the itinerary. That's I'm like, so because I do know we have a group run on, I
On
believe it's
Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday at 8.
Saturday at 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Because Chris is running or maybe he's not running, but I just imagine that he's going to be at the Dash to the Finish 5K. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
He's
commentating with
commentating.
that,
Yeah,
right?
not racing. He's commentating. And then
Yeah.
at 10, we have a shakeout at the Hoka flagship store with the World's Fair Run crew and Mile Style. So we will be there. Everyone should come out 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Hoka flagship store will be running. We're going to go to Allie's Allie on the Run live show on Saturday.
Yep.
We haven't really decided if we're going to do a Rail Riders meetup or not. Like that's been tossed around, but we're just not, we don't really know. We don't know. Like I have a fear that people won't even come if we do something. So
Can you imagine if we tried to do an off the rails meetup and no
it would
one
be
came?
so embarrassing.
I would genuinely. Leave it at
The podcast is canceled. We're
Yeah.
done. I'd never show my face in public again.
I would be absolutely fucked mentally. But yeah, so that potentially is on the table.
Yeah.
We don't know. But okay, so Thursday we have a run into a concert.
Thursday we have. So if you're and
at what
that's at
time?
6, from 6 to 9:30. You can register at sofarsounds.com. Yeah, you'll find it. So far, you'll find it. So far, as in like so far, I've run so far. So far presents Together at Tempo. So if you want to sign up for that, you can. Clicking on the reg link. You can sign up to go run.
And do you know the concert? Who's performing?
I don't know. Hoka and So Far Together at Tempo. Prepared for a short 2 to 3 mile jog with the team on the way to our venue on Central Park West on the Upper West Side. I don't know. Yeah.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
I'm going to dance to whatever it is. That's all I know. I'm going to run and I'm going to dance.
And then we'll do our preview
on
show
Friday.
Some point on Friday. The marathon weekends are always a blast.
Fun. It's gonna be so fun. And yeah, we'll be mostly posted up at the Hoka flagship store. It's gonna be really fun.
Really fun. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Should we do some questions?
Yes. Wait, before the questions, I'm gonna do my own. I've got my own plug because it's my my podcast. It's your it's my podcast. It's our podcast. But if you are a listener in the Colorado area and you want to come run a fast mile or a fast 2 mile, please join us for the Team Boss Mile and the 2 Mile for Real on November 11th from 5 to 8 at Niwot High School. If you just Google Team Boss Mile 2025, you'll find the reg link. I've been putting this race on for a few years. The proceeds benefit Sachs Foundation, who provides college scholarships and mentorship and teacher education for Black students in Colorado. We've raised tens of thousands of dollars over the years, or like potentially more. It's really fun. For the high school mile races, they're paced by local pros. People come out and they run crazy PRs. For signing up, you get like a custom hat from Under Armour. If you run fast, you get a custom backpack from Under Armour. Winners are getting either their choice of a pair of trainers or spikes or flats from Under Armour. It's going to be a fun night. I hope you can come out. If you don't live in Colorado, but you want to be involved, you can donate on the site. Just Google Team Boss Mile 2025 and please join us.
Team Boss Mile, baby. It's going down.
So excited. I'm so excited. It's a really fun event. And I mean,
I'm not gonna
race. I usually start all the races with the gun. It's really fun. Yeah. But it is crazy. I saw this really fun tweet that was like in 2007, Dathan, it was like Dathan, Adam Goucher, and Alan Culpepper were 1, 2, 3 at the USATF cross country championships in Boulder, Colorado. And then this past weekend at like the whatever regional cross country meet, their sons were all top 15. Like the Colorado running right now is like it's like kids of a lot of pro runners.
Good genes in Colorado.
And the Kiplegott's kids, like they all run. It's crazy. It's like the whole Boulder, greater Boulder area of
it's a star-studded event.
So yeah, come out. Pull up.
Pull up, please.
Okay, now I can do some voicemails.
Okay. Have you listened to any?
I've listened to a couple. I haven't listened to all of them.
We got a lot. Thank you guys for calling in. We very much appreciate it. There is
one that I'm going to play, and then you can also chime in with ones that you want to play, because I think you've listened to.
I've listened to a couple, but I can't really. We have to make a new. Do you have like a separate? Because they just come in the group chat,
and then we got to scroll back.
Yeah, we need to make a new folder.
Here's one that we have to play. Oh, hold on a second. Oh,
hold on.
Whoa. It was playing in my ears on my headphones.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. This is Carrie Catone Chavez. Chris Chavez's wife.
Oh.
He doesn't know I'm calling in, but I just had to call in because, number one, I don't know if you know that I'm a listener,
Boss's
but
wife.
I am. Like, this is the CITIUS content that I have been begging for these years that I've been with Chris. Like, the CITIUS Night podcast, amazing, love it, so happy for my family and, you know, the career it's given my husband. But this is what I've been waiting for, a chat show with two people I adore. So first of all, that. Second of all, what is the New York City slander on this podcast? Like, of course we don't want to think about what's on the bottom of our shoes. Of course we're getting pelted with weird, like, condensations coming from the sky. You just don't think about it. And of course we never feel fully clean. But that is part of the experience. This is why we love it. I hate that Chris makes you guys stay in Times Square, and I'm going to talk to him about that, because you really deserve that, like, cute little Brooklyn brownstone. I want to give you the experience that we have decided that we're addicted to, and it's why we continue to live here. I'm just desperate to convince you guys to move here, and all of this talk about how New York is just not it. It upset me to the point where I paused the podcast, and I called. So that's really what I'm here to say. I can't wait to see you guys when you're in New York. I hope we can go get dinner. I hope we can go to karaoke. I'm excited about all of the things that you proposed. I just want to hear a little less, why am I here? It's pandemonium. It's chaos. Like, I just want to hear less of that and more of the positive. So that's just my request. I'll be a listener no matter what. Thanks for making me smile. Aisha, your laugh lights up my life. Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, fair.
Carrie's the best.
Carrie's the best. And you know what?
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about
I knew we were going to take some heat for that.
We
New York slander.
And you know what? It's out there, but I'm so excited. Like, it doesn't take away how fired up we are to go to New York. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. Now look, we said a lot of stuff about New York City, but in our defense, we are seeing a very, very, very small little part of New York City is this big ginormous ecosystem of communities and people and all these different things, all these different worlds colliding in one city, and we only see the tourist Times Square side of it. So yeah, we aren't getting the full New York experience. Carrie, you got a lot of say in this company. I'm like,
Tell your husband.
Like, you're next. Yeah, tell your husband, and like to not put us in Times smack dab in Times Square, basically like the M&M factory, the M&M store in Times Square.
Almost did a spit take.
I'm like, you got a lot of pull, Carrie.
The M&M factory.
Like that's I'm so like when Max sends me like the New York hotel information, it's basically just the second floor of the M&M factory.
The TGI Fridays.
Yeah. The TGI Fridays. So yeah, we have a slightly different view when that's the only thing you see, but we would absolutely love to do like we Airbnb a beautiful place in Brooklyn or something for the weekend one of these years.
Yeah.
But also the Hoka flagship store is right in.
We got to be able to commute. We got to. Yeah.
We need to be able to commute.
Okay. I haven't listened to this voicemail, but the title is really interesting to me.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. This is KT. I had a quick question. I'm actually getting married the weekend of the New York City Marathon, which, a little controversial since all my friends are runners.
Congratulations.
But we have to save the dates out before the lottery. And I feel like you two are probably absolute weapons on the dance floor. I know Aisha talked about her club rat, and Eric, you've been to some weddings this summer. And I need to know, what is the one song that if the wedding DJ played, you would go like absolutely feral for, would unleash something within you, would absolutely make the night? Because I need to add it to the playlist. And, if you're free, you guys are free the night before the New York City Marathon. The venue's only a train ride away. So let me know. Okay, love you. Bye.
Did we just get invited to someone's wedding?
We just get a wedding invite. That would be. I'm just an absolute wreck on the live show the next morning because
you're like in a suit,
up all night. I'm still in a suit, because we were just up all night dancing at a amazing fan's wedding. That would be. We should just, without even telling them, just somehow pull up to the wedding.
Like if you know where this wedding is, maybe send us a DM, just so we can have it in the back pocket.
DM us.
Like if we're.
It's one. Do you say it's one train stop away?
She said it's a train ride away. I don't know what that means. That could mean it's like up in upstate New York. There's trains that go there. Yeah. If you know where the wedding is, just like let us know, and we can make a judgment call after deciding if it's like what version of myself is there. Like, have I had a couple of mezcal Negronis or not?
Is it Aisha brought beer? Aisha brought beer. About to pull up to the wedding.
It is a great question. I really feel passionately about dancing at weddings, so much so that at our own wedding, what we really spent money on was the dance party. We flew in a DJ Lady Monix from Detroit. It was awesome, and we basically just had a raucous dance party until God knows when. The song that ignites my soul and lights my brainstem on fire is Back That Ass Up by Juvenile.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I like how that was, it was, there's no, you need to put absolutely zero thought into it.
You hear, boom.
It's just it's your song.
Boom, boom. And then you just can't help yourself.
And then that ass starts doing stuff.
He's thrown in a circle. I can't really do that, but I think I can.
You can't twerk?
I mean, no, not. I mean, it's not bouncing, but I try.
You're saying like you don't have like the junk to bounce, like you don't have enough bounceability, or you like it's the hips.
Yeah, it's like I just don't I don't have the flexibility and control that is needed to do the real excellent work, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying.
you're trying. You're just not quite looking like Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
no. And I don't have those knees either. Like I wish I did. I try, but I'm not saying I'm a good dancer. I'm just saying I bring a lot of passion.
Of energy. And that's even especially at a wedding. Like you don't want someone out there who's like dancing so well that they're intimidating everybody.
No.
You want it to be a welcoming, inviting place that everybody feels comfortable dancing. And they're like, oh, Aisha's trying to twerk. Can't do it, but God love her, she's trying. And we should go dance and help her so that some eyes are
She's taking the pressure off.
Look, she can't twerk. Yeah.
What's your song?
She really I don't know. I'm like one song, I don't know.
On.
My one of the last wedding I went to, my good friend Dan Riley's wedding. Shout out Dan. Dan and Lauren. The song that got everybody fired up. Do you know the No Broke Boys Tanash remix that came out? People were losing
it.
Myself included. It's a fun
that is
song.
A really fun song.
Really fun song. Play that. Dear listener, if you're listening, play that. We'll pull up. We will try and twerk, and we'll go nuts.
It'll be so fun.
We're getting wedding invites. How fun!
Like, what an honor. There's nothing I love more.
We've done it.
Okay. So we also asked for some costume ideas. We haven't landed on one. But here we did get some great ideas. So let me go ahead and play this. There's a couple of costume ideas. So here we'll start with
Hi,
one.
Eric and Aisha. Okay. Last week you guys were talking about Halloween, and I have some thoughts. First off, I think if you're going to dress up for Halloween, you can only do it Friday, October 31st. If you do it on November 1st or November 2nd, you're just wrong. You definitely should not do that.
Fair.
But as far as costumes, if you guys are doing something with the whole CITIUS Mad crew, I really think a good epic costume, depending on how many people you have, could be Anchorman. I could see Chris as Ron Burgundy. I could also see Eric being a really good Ron Burgundy. And if it's just you two needing like a little duo costume, I really think a Dumb and Dumber could be fabulous. An orange suit, a blue suit, and definitely could work well with some Hoka sneakers or whatever brand you guys are representing. Okay, and then the second thing I wanted to call about was in college, I also ran at a mid-major school in Illinois, and I competed against ISU a lot. And Aisha was actually a year older than me. I remember, I feel like you guys have talked about it, but Aisha kind of like really popped off her senior year. So I remember sitting down with my coach before my senior year and kind of like talking about my goals and things. And I remember vividly having discussions with my coach about what did Aisha do in order to crush her senior year. So I just wanted to give her some hype and let her know that she basically was my inspiration for my entire senior year of college.
Oh!
So love you guys. Thank you. And I definitely think Aisha should be 100% herself on her business trip. Her coworkers are going to love her, just like we all do. All right. Bye.
Okay, I wouldn't have played that out loud if I had listened to it before. I get like really embarrassed.
Oh my God.
I get really embarrassed in intense complimentary situations. So let me just say
how sweet.
It's really sweet. Especially about being myself. I will do that. That makes me feel really, really good. But thank you. And thanks for the costume ideas. Great costume ideas. Love Anchorman to death. Great film. Dumb and Dumber, also a great film.
Like absolute
really
classic.
good ideas. Really good ideas. Here's another one.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber suits would be fun. Could be tough to get, but they absolutely would be a great one.
Hey guys, just wondering, when I was in college, my teammates and I would spend a lot of time trying to figure out what our other teammates would be if they were dogs, like what breed. And I'm wondering if you guys have had those conversations. What kind of dog you think you'd be if you were a dog? Maybe the rest of the CITIUS crew, maybe some of the boss ladies. I'm sure you've thought about it, right? Isn't that Fleet of Rhodesian Ridgeback? Okay. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Let me
Love
just say
you.
that the title of this voicemail should
Yeah,
have been
what-
Scooby-Doo gang costume, which I think is a great costume idea. So that was the voicemail labeled Scooby-Doo gang costume. The question that
Okay.
we got, which if you called in with a Scooby-Doo gang costume idea, I think that's also a really
Then-
great costume idea. Thank you.
If you did, Chris mislabeled the voicemails. And we have now, or he just heard dog and he was like, we all dress up as that type of dog.
There's two things going on here. Someone called in with a Scooby-Doo
Okay.
gang costume idea, which would be
Oh, okay.
great. I'm not sure who would be the dog. Like who would be Scooby?
Mhm. I don't, you look, I don't want to say.
Me?
I don't want, like, no, I didn't say anything.
But the question we got was, what kind of dog would you be? And what kind of dog is everyone? And this is a great question. What kind of dog is everyone?
It is good. I actually have not. I have
Me
not
either.
thought of that question. This would be a good. Do you know like the BuzzFeed
Yes.
quizzes where it's like, what kind of bread
Yes.
would you be? This is like that. But I don't
But
know.
she said Mac is a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and she's right. Like 100%.
Well, she should call. We should have her please call back in and tell which kind of dog she thinks we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. What a great question. I will say that I think Chris
like
is a golden retriever.
The thing is, okay, golden retriever.
Like he's
a
just classic
golden retriever
he's
energy.
Just happy, like he's delighted by a lot. He's just like excited to talk to everyone. Seemingly doesn't run out of social energy. He's just like so thrilled and happy to be there and happy to like chat with everybody.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I want the caller to call back and tell us which kind of dogs she thinks we are, except what if she calls back and says that I'm like a Treadmill? And I'm like, okay, I hate you.
Yeah.
But
that's a great question.
You know, because everyone, yeah, I don't know what I don't know. I literally haven't put a single thought into it until this very exact moment.
I think you might be a Dalmatian. Like you are really cute and athletic. You're nice to some, but not nice to all.
Wow. Not nice to all.
It's like when you have, I don't know, like Dalmatians, like you're like, oh yay, like I'm so excited about that Dalmatian. I really want to pet it. And it's like, no, F you. I actually don't like you. Like it's like you hit a point where you're done.
That is true. That is true. But that but that's not like me being like, okay, I don't like you. I'm not going to be nice to you. It's because I've been okay, you would disagree. You disagree.
Think about like the moment that like you're not gonna bite. Like a Dalmatian might bite, but like think about
I won't
think about
bite.
the moment where like we're all in your room in Eugene and everyone's sitting all over your stuff in your bed in their outside clothes.
And I bit you.
And you're just like, God dang it.
Get out.
Yeah. Bite you.
Get out before I bite. And then I do bite. And everyone's like, where'd that come from? And they're like, were you not reading his body language? He was clearly going to bite. He had given you lots of signs, lots of low growls. And then you put your face right in his face and he bit. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm nice to some and not nice to all. I'm gonna hang up from this call and be like, All right, I could be nicer, I guess.
You're the perfect.
People
You're
are
the perfect
noticing.
amount of nice. You're the perfect amount of nice.
People are noticing.
No, you're perfect. Never change.
Okay.
So we have a Rhodesian.
What kind of dog do you think? What kind of dog do you think you
For
are?
review, we have a Rhodesian Ridgeback of Mac. Chris is a Golden Retriever. You're a Dalmatian. What am I?
Let's see. What kind of dog are you? What kind of dog are you? Ooh, let's see. What kind do you think you are?
I don't know.
What kind of dog is Louvre?
He's a brown dog. Louvre and I look alike. I look like my dog. I'm a Bowser. Like if you've ever watched I Love You Man.
His breed is brown
he's
dog?
a rescue, so we don't know. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know. Okay.
That scene in I Love You Man when they're like walking on the boardwalk and he explains that like a Bowser is someone that looks like their dog and like points out a lot of people. That is me and my dog. We are both brown. We both have long legs. We both like to run.
Yep. Check.
Occasionally can do some side eye.
Check.
Really like food. Will.
I'm like, so is that what I'm like? Is that what I'm about to say? I'm just gonna call you. I'm just gonna say she's a brown dog. Yeah, they're like, okay, be more racist, Eric.
He's like a chocolate lab / Vizsla.
Vizsla. That's what I think he's more prominently.
Yeah,
Vizsla.
He's a brown Vizsla.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say that you're a brown Vizsla. Is it Vizsla? Is it V?
Vizsla. Yeah.
Vizsla. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was saying F
like a
Vizsla or exactly. And so I was kind of blurring them. I was kind of slurring both the B and the F and the V together so I could cover both bases.
A
Vizsla, got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And part of the Vizsla attitude is like you sometimes don't know when to stop. And that can be me. Sometimes I don't know when to quit.
Yeah, I think
I'll just keep going.
Yep. So I think we're all guilty of that sometimes. Well, let's to the caller who came in with that question. If you call us back, let us know if you agree or disagree with those dog choices.
Great question.
We're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Do you want to take another one?
Let's do one. Okay. Let's do another one. Yeah.
Have you listened to any of these that you particularly want?
I haven't listened to many of them. Okay. No. We got a lot, so we're gonna need to do maybe some specific just voicemail episodes.
Yeah, we probably should. Here's one.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. Big fan here from New York City. Aisha, you were talking on the last episode about kind of how do I go from being a professional runner to doing anything else? I'm looking at LinkedIn. I don't have the skills for any of this. That really resonated as a non-professional runner, just thinking about smaller career pivots. So I'm wondering if you could talk more about your journey from being a professional runner to the corporate world. I think that would be super interesting. And yeah, I'd love to hear more about that. Love you guys. Bye.
Great.
Love you.
We've got range.
Well, Aisha,
we've got range. We've got what dog are you to.
Now we're jumping back into serious questions.
Well,
Aisha, I'll let you take it away since you're the only one in the corporate world.
Eric, what's your stance?
This is a you question.
It's same but different. I would say there are two like sort of shocking revelations that I've had. One is I'll start with the negative and then go to the positive. The negative is I'm not used to being I up until this point not used to being around normal people. And it was shocking to me that not everyone is wired with the same like incessant drive to succeed. And that took me, which is good and bad. and that took me some getting used to, of like, not every day do I need to reinvent the wheel. So a little bit, I had to turn myself down very slightly. And then the other side of the coin is like, if everybody had a little bit more of that incessant drive to succeed, we could be a lot further along as a society. So those are my two observations in sort of the negative. In the positive, it's like the same thing. It's like the same skills that are required to be successful in the corporate life are the same skills required to be successful as a professional runner, mostly coming down to discipline, of like discipline and curiosity of like, let me do my job. Let me do it regardless of what I think or feel in the moment. It's like my feelings don't matter. I just have to do my job. And also the curiosity aspect of like, you're standing on a line, like, how fast can I go? Can I win this race? What I find fun in the corporate world is like, the sky's the limit. How high can I go? How far can I drive this thing? And I love that those two pieces remain constant in my life. So that's what I will say about corporate transition.
And you've transitioned wonderfully.
Thanks, sweetie. Thanks.
Do you want to do another one, or
I do have one meeting coming up here soon, but we can hit one more. We'll do a quick one.
We'll make it quick.
Okay. Now I feel on the spot. I'm not sure. I haven't read these, but we'll hit this one.
Hi, Eric and Aisha. This is Sherry in Colorado. And my question for you guys is, what is your memories of each other when you guys were competing pro? I'm assuming that your paths crossed. We kind of know your meet cute for this podcast and your work at CITIUS and your connection there. But I am curious if you have memories of each other from your world as pro runners. Thanks. Love you guys.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry from Colorado.
I know Sherry.
Yeah, Aisha. You know Sherry.
Sherry's Sherry's a coach in the Crested Butte Gunnison area. She's awesome. Anyway.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah. Hey, well, Sherry, Aisha was a bully. No, you weren't. But for some reason, I like saying that.
No, I don't get it. Also, because I'm like one of the least threatening people ever. Like, I'm like usually standing in the corner smiling at everyone. So that is hysterical to me that
I'm like, yeah. When I graduated Oregon, I was bullied. Whenever I would see Aisha, she was just bullying me. I'm like, what is going on? I mean, we overlapped a little bit, but we didn't. When you're the Oregon OTC, you would always be around. Like, you know, there's the workouts. You're always at Hayward. It's a small like running community, especially when you're both groups living in Eugene. But it wasn't like there was huge overlap. Like maybe we saw you guys out on the town one night, something like that. But it wasn't like there was a big social overlap.
Not a big social overlap for sure. But I do have memories of you like competing. Like my impression of you, like if I'm understanding the question, it's like, what is my impression of Eric, like as a pro, like as an athlete? And I always respected you a lot. Like I really did. Like I love, and you know this, and everyone knows this, like I love pure racers. And like the way you would handle races, like I would call you like kind of shifty. Like you would come out and have these like big surprising moments and powerful finishes that people would sort of like shock and awe in moments that were really fun, like your Melrose win, your Fifth Ave win, like these moments, like even getting fourth at the trials, like really like sick. Like I would say like, oh yeah, Eric, like he's a racer, like he's a dog. Like I would like, yeah, I would cheer for you.
Thank you. He's a dog. He's a Dalmatian.
Might bite.
He might bite. He's not that nice.
He's not that nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously have similar, like, I remember watching your Commonwealth Games victory, and I was like, which was, and also really cool about that, like, that wasn't early on in your career, which I thought,
No, I was 28.
athletes, like, careers tend to be, like, pretty heavily biased towards being on the younger side. Like, that's so I thought it was super cool and amazing. I'm sure it's one of the big highlights of your career, one of your fond memories looking back on all the great stuff you've done. I'm sure that's high up there with being one of your favorite memories. But yeah, that was amazing to watch. Yeah, I always have fun like that. The OTC days, that crew was a wild crew, very fun, very talented. So many big personalities on that squad.
If I think back to like
all having to coexist,
early days of like Nick Simmons, Sally Kipiego, Julia Lucas, Sheila Reed, Bridget Franick, Charles Jock, Hassan Mead, Ben Blankenship, like Kieran Leonard, all of Will
Lear,
Andrew
Reading,
Reading,
it's
Russell
like,
Brown, Jordan McNamara. Like there's just so much happening. Will and I never actually overlapped in Oregon, which was interesting. But like, yeah, I just remember there being like practice was really fun, but it was like you were minutes from an eruption. Like it was a lot of personalities in one place, and it was mostly like on the guys side. Like the women's side, everybody got along, but the guys
Mark
side,
Rowland's like, we're gonna need to start doing some staggered start times.
Yeah, and we did have to.
A lot.
Yeah, it was was crazy. There was a lot. Yeah, we had to have some staggered times. Yeah, because the guys would just like go annihilate each other. They could, it would be like, oh, we're doing mile reps on Amazon at whatever pace, and then it's like they start racing and we had like a notoriously awesome like Dalmatian like British coach, and I got yelled at a few times. Loved it. I think
people need to get yelled at sometimes.
I think it's good. It's like, oh, it's called coaching. It's getting some corrections. But yeah, and it was often necessary of like, hey, you guys are being idiots. Get it together. Get in line. Run the time I prescribe. But yeah,
when there's a lot of ego, a lot of personality on the track, sometimes it clashes.
Sometimes it clashes, and it's fun to watch.
That was kind of my memory. And you would see stuff like being on the Oregon track team, and when you would see OTC at Hayward, there would be some times where you're like, it's a lot different than our practice going on right now.
In what way?
Well, like like Andy was very good at like, here are the times that I want you to run, and I'm not gonna let you run faster or slower than this, right? Like these are the times I want you to run. And I remember one time seeing Ben Blankenship rip like a 700, like when Ben Blankenship was on fire.
When he made the Olympic final, like 2016. Yeah.
There was one, there was something in a workout where it was like, I think he ran, honestly to God, like he was supposed to go like 400 meters, like a hard 400, and he did like a 700.
He was just feeling himself.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And it was like, okay, he came through 400 like very hard. And we're like, oh, he's doing like a hard 400. And then he kept going, and we're like, maybe a 600. And then he kept going, and we're like, is he gonna do like,
what is happening?
I'm like, he's doing like an 800. What is happening? He's doing like an 800 time trial, and then he like did like, I'm pretty sure it was 700. And I'm like, well, no one prescribes a hard 700.
No.
And I'm pretty sure it was just like, look, he's just like, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna let this rip. So be it.
It's just like the feeling you got the stars in Mario Kart. You're just gonna send it. Let's just see. Let's just see what it looks like. We did have some crazy practices. I'm thinking about one of Mac's first impressions of me was I was doing a hurdle session at at Hayward, and you guys were like all in the ice bath, and there was like a tour of like little kids happening, and it was like one of those really shitty rainy days, and I was like sort of toward the end of it like might have been the last rep of my session, and I hit a hurdle and fall really hard in front of all these kids, like I eat shit on the track, like hurdle goes flying, whatever, like, and I assume I'm like 80 meters from the finish line. I'm like at the Bowerman curve, and I assume, okay, ouch, like that hurt. That's the last rep of my session. Like, let me just get up, make sure I'm okay, and we'll deal with this in a second. But instead, Mark Rowland starts yelling, cursing at me in his British accent to, get up and finish the rep in front of all these children. And it was hysterical. And I was just like so shocked. Like, I'd never fallen at practice before. I didn't know what to do. Like, this was crazy. There's all these little kids, and he's like, get up, finish the bloody rep. And all these little kids are like, I never want to do track. And Max like was like, oh my God, like this is insane. And I got up and finished the rep.
To fall 80 meters before the line pretty hard, and then to have your coach tell you to finish the rep that's comedy.
Yeah. Different stuff, different kind of stuff happening.
Different stuff. Lots of stuff going on. But yeah, that's a good question.
Good questions. Yeah, we have a lot more questions to address at a later date. Maybe if we have, I think something that could be fun if we were to do some sort of rail riders event. I think what could be fun is to have like a happy hour where we go through the rest of the questions, where we're like, having some beers and we answer some questions. I think that'd be really fun.
We will host a happy hour that no one that shows up to. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just answer the questions in silence then. But yeah, that's a good idea. So because we got a lot of questions to answer. Aisha, why don't you hit us with the number to call if you want?
Yes, if you feel so inclined to call in. 856-279-0080. Hit us with questions. It can be all over the map. We love it. And if we decide that we're going to set something up in New York, I'm sure we'll blast it out on our Off the Rails Instagram, CITIUS Mag Instagram, our own personal channels. So stay tuned if we can lock that in.
And I will see you in a few days.
I'm so excited.
I'll see you soon. Have a good day, and I will see you in New York.
See you soon. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.